General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know the new Honda sales are going really good right now at Honda of Lincoln. And with that, a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in. Can you tell our listeners about your pre-owned selection?
I'm happy to, Charlie. Like you said, with new Honda sales going very good, we have a lot of fresh trade-ins coming in daily. And not just Hondas. We have just about every maker model you can imagine, with over 100 pre-owned and certified pre-owned to choose from, and prices starting at just $5,900.
Wow, what about financing?
We have financing as low as 3.29% APR on certified Accords and CRV.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. It doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother glad you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate Pregame Show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate Pregame Show. By Sunbelt Rentals. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador. Select Play. Jimmy John's. Lincoln Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits. Fleet Beef. Yours Cheese Spread. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is the Happy Hour.
Are you going to happy hour?
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America.
Yeah, I'll come for a couple.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert.
I want to know what it's like to commit a crime without having to spend time in jail.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
Brought to you by Empire Fence and Netting. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. We've made it to Hump Day. 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, and the Starter Heyman text line. Those are the phone numbers to call and text all show long. It's the Happy Hour. Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary with you guys. What's up, Rico? Hello. How's the day?
So far, so good.
Hanging in there?
Just did the show with Steve Taylor. It was great.
That's right.
Asked him a bunch of quarterback questions. Got his feelings on Nebraska, and we're gonna win, right? That's pretty much what he said.
Yeah,
Nebraska football is gonna beat Northern Illinois.
I think,
or at least that's all he wants.
That'd be the expectation, right? I think nothing changes. Nebraska's got to go 1-0 this week. They got to figure out a way to just get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
So, once again, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, and the Starter Heyman text line are both open for you guys this entire show here, as well as the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo Channel 951. Now, Rico,
yes,
plenty of stuff to get to today. Big match to recap between Nebraska and Stanford, number 4 Nebraska versus number 5 Stanford.
Yes.
And to do that, we're going to be joined by our very good friend, Lincoln Arneal
yes.
of Huskers Illustrated. He's going to be coming into the studio
yes.
at 1:30 today.
He's not calling and he's coming in. We got him live.
He'd be live if he was over the phone.
We got him live and in person.
There you go. But once again, he will join us in person one final time prior to us making the move downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Make him way downtown.
Walking fast.
We gotta grab that song by tomorrow.
I'm actually would it be easier for him if we were downtown? I think it'd be easier for a lot of people.
It's going to be easier for a lot.
It'd be easier for me.
Yeah, how excited are you? You're not going to have a 25-minute drive anymore.
It's not 25, it's 13.
Still.
It's 13 minutes. But to get downtown, I don't know, probably like 8. Granted, I have to be there, I have to deal with the traffic.
Yep.
That's going to be that 8 a.m. traffic.
That's why I'm happy that I'll get here earlier.
You're a little earlier.
Yeah, I get here just a little bit earlier than you guys.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing. But
I could drop the kids off earlier, but even then I would still be getting here between 7:45 and 8, which that's like peak traffic.
Mm-hmm. So
it shouldn't be that bad.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're excited to not only have the new space, but also share it with you guys, the listeners. We're excited to make the move officially down there. There's been a lot of hard work from DP, Rebecca, Mark, all the construction workers,
shout out to everybody that's doing stuff.
Man, all the electricians, the plumber, everybody is putting in work down there at 11th and O Street. And so, it was great when I walked down there yesterday. It's going to be fun and exciting to get to finally move in, because we obviously have known about it a little bit before we announced it publicly too. Mm-hmm. It's been hard to wait. The wait is going to be well worth it, though.
Nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it has been. A lot of updates, a lot of excitement, a lot of just news coming out of there as well. So once again, 2-464-5685. The Honda Lincoln Hotline, the Starter Heyman text line, to answer Brad from Baldwin's question of whether or not the tailgate party is at the new location. That's the plan.
Yes.
Unless you guys hear differently, home games, tailgate spot at the new station.
Come on down.
So
we'll have a grand old time.
There's going to be plenty of room. We're going to be all hanging out.
We'll have a patio area.
The patio is going to be sweet.
It's going to be great.
So much more room.
So much room for activities.
That's right.
We're going to have to, we might, I don't know how often or how quickly before it gets shut down, just toss the ball to each other on the sidewalk.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A little sidewalk ball.
Yeah.
That's going to be great.
Until one of us drops it and rolls into traffic.
We just gotta have sure hands. Street.
Yeah, just got to have sure hands.
Maybe we can pick up some football gloves or something. Get some stick 'em. I don't know. We'll see what
Nebraska's
happens.
got some gloves?
Yeah. Not for us.
Based on how those receivers have been playing, ain't got no gloves.
There was a body catch in there. There was a body there. They hit off the chest pad. Eric.
Don't catch with your body.
How about this? Eric gives us some tips. Driving downtown pro tip, he says. Don't use O Street. Rookies use O Street. Use P, Q, or K. P and Q or K and L to go east and west.
Oh, all right.
We're gonna have to finagle our way around downtown Lincoln every now and then. We got the parking garage we're gonna have to park in.
Yeah.
Yep. So there's no parking 10 yards from the door.
Maybe I'll use one of those scooters. Get around.
Hey, those scooters are fun.
Go from the new location down to PBA. Go to go to Memorial. Go to Devaney's kind of far.
That's why we need the side-by-side.
We do need that side-by-side.
You can fund it, Rico.
I can't fund it.
Anyway, but once again, we have plenty to talk about today as Lincoln Arneal from Huskers Illustrated will join us here at 1:30 or so. Now, I did tweet this out just a little bit ago, actually about 5 minutes ago.
Yep.
There's a video on Twitter surfacing of an Alabama A&M coach barking in a press conference. And so as we get this this warm up, the warm up question, the warm up text, just to get you guys to start texting in here, what Nebraska coach, head coach, or assistant is most likely to bark in a press conference? Most likely,
I'm telling you, give me Evan Cooper.
So you said Evan Cooper. We also put Ed Foley on there.
Ed Foley is the hands down favorite to bark, but give me Evan Cooper. Here
you have to think about value here in this situation.
No, I know.
You have to think about value. Ed Foley is plus 250. These are our odds. These are odds that I set. Ed Foley is plus 250. So the clear favorite here. The clear favorite. Evan Cooper, Nebraska's secondary coach, at plus 800. Corey Cooper, Nebraska's strength and conditioning coach, at plus 1,000.
You know who we forgot? The running backs coach.
Oh, EJ Barthel. We did.
He's got some dogs in that
He'd
room.
be somewhere. Yeah. Corey Cooper, strength and conditioning coach, plus 1,000.
I think I think he has the same odds as Corey.
Okay.
Cooper.
At plus
I think
1,000.
EJ Barthel and Corey Cooper are plus 1,000.
Garrett McGuire, plus 1,200.
I don't see that one happening.
Then we have the head coach and the coordinators.
He's too smiley.
Matt Rule at plus 1,500. Tony White at plus 2,000. And then the least
There are zero ways.
We might find out today.
Zero.
Marcus Satterfield at plus 5,000.
If somebody at that presser doesn't ask Marcus Satterfield if he's ever barked in reference to his players, then we just dogs.
We should get the clip from the Alabama A&M coach barking. We got the bulldog in us.
I'm just saying, if that happens,
You got to be able to pull it up here. On my Twitter. So
okay.
if you can pull up my Twitter,
This is a dangerous game to play.
this is. Just make sure Adobe's turned off.
Site first.
There you go.
And then we'll get to it.
So once again, you guys can give your thoughts on on the Starter Heyman Jewelers text line 402-464-5685 or on Twitter Nick_Sainer Radio Rico AC is where you can find us as well. The video is attached there as well. We have a couple thoughts from us here. Horns Down says, if I see Rico on a scooter downtown, I'll be scoring some points.
You'll also be paying me some money is what you'll be doing.
Yeah, Rico's like, hit me.
Go ahead. You know what?
I dare you. I dare you to hit me.
I'm not going to do that.
I
But
dare you to hit
also,
Rico.
you paying me. That's what's going to happen there.
Big Bird says Corey Cooper. Kirk from Georgia says the strength coach. He is a bulldog. So we got 2 there for Corey Cooper. Spotted Cow says Bo Pelini. Well, yeah. Unfortunately, he's not a current coach.
No.
We have another vote for Corey Coleman. We have, I feel like on any given team, the strength and conditioning coach is the one who's going to bark at a press conference. And then Brad says Ron Brown. We didn't think about Ron Brown.
Ron Brown ain't barking. We could ask AD. Ron Brown's not barking.
Would Ron Brown ever bark at a press conference?
I almost said something that I think might be taken as rude.
Nah, we good. So anyway,
okay. So hold on. Okay, so I got it.
So this is an Alabama A&M coach talking about his team ahead of conference play.
This is Connell Maynor.
There it is. Alabama A&M. Here it is. One more time. I love it. Okay, so just imagine.
So I've listened to it play because you've been playing it like nonstop.
I have.
This is the first time I've seen him do it. I'd play for him. I'd play for him.
Imagine being in that press conference. I put myself in like those meeting
room
shoes.
I'd jump.
We're sitting, we're less than 3 feet away from the guy, and he just starts barking at us.
I'd jump. I love that though. Honestly, look, the animated coaches when they're not afraid to be themselves. I love it. I'm not even mad at him.
No, you can't be mad. Riley on the text line says, "I'm crying right now in my work truck. OMG, so funny." It never, and I think as I've learned, after I've played it probably 15 times here,
you've just been like crying this whole time.
It's gotten funnier. It gets funnier the more you listen to it as well. So, Stricky. Oh, come on. Strick got a Dallas jersey.
Oh, Stricky with the Dallas.
That's a pretty cool jersey.
The Dallas
there.
Strickland jersey.
What
might go missing.
What are the odds Coach Bill Bush barks at a press conference?
We could ask him. I would put him. Hold on, I gotta see these odds again. I would put him. A little bit after
Corey Cooper.
Yeah.
After Corey Cooper, before Garrett McGuire.
1,100
plus 1,100.
Yeah.
There's the odds. Terrell Farley.
Farley barked this morning. What are you talking about? Farley barked when he walked in the door.
Once again, we just having a good time here. Final couple of days here in the usual station that they've been in since the start.
330 North 48th Street.
Yep. About to be no
Suite
more.
A.
About to be no more 93.7 The Ticket. We're starting to move in, getting ready to get going here in the 11th and O Street building, the old LES building. as well. Just been having a good time. When we come back, we're going to dive into Nebraska volleyball because we will be joined by Lincoln Arneal of Huskers Illustrated. He's going to come into the studio, hang out with us for the next segment or so as we break down Nebraska's big win last night, number 5 Stanford. It's the first time Nebraska's been able to beat Stanford on the road at Stanford in their program's history, and it's the first time since 2008 that they were able to beat the Stanford Cardinal, the color, not the tree.
Some of these,
or not the bird.
Some of these athletes on the team were still in diapers the last time that Nebraska beat Stanford.
We got a couple requests to play the bark one more time.
I just closed out of it.
No,
I closed out of it. I didn't think we were gonna play it again.
We have to play it.
Hold on, I think it's still logged into my X.
Okay. We also have Mark Banker as a barker for sure. Mark Banker is a barker.
Banker the barker. That's a tongue twister if I've ever heard one.
All right, so yeah, we got a couple of people that have asked to play the bark one more time. It just never gets old, fellas. We're gonna have to make that a rejoin if we have to.
I don't know what Alabama A&M's record is.
Okay,
but I hope
this would be good.
But I hope they go into
who do they have this week?
The big conference play in the SWAC. They go to Southern on Saturday.
Oh, that's a tough matchup.
That is a tough matchup.
I don't know how well Alabama A&M matches up with Southern. Alabama A&M unfortunately lost 47-13 to Vanderbilt in the first game of the season.
No, they'll be fine.
They beat Lane 51-13 last weekend. They'll face Southern on the road. Then they have a home game against Arkansas Pine Bluff. They play Jackson State here in a few weeks.
Jackson State's still good.
They are still good. They play Grambling here and after Jackson State. They play Bethune,
the new home of Maurice Washington.
They will play Bethune-Cookman. They also play Jaquez Yant and Florida A&M.
Okay.
So there you go.
I hope Alabama A&M goes undefeated because they some dogs.
They're
Bulldogs, man.
It just never gets old. We're gonna have to make it a rejoin right now, Rico.
I love it so much.
We have to. How about this? A name texter says Nathan Dorchester. This is. We got to make his name so we can see. So we can see right off the bat. Nathan Dorchester says the primary bark, it's good, but that secondary nip, that's what makes this absolute gold. It's good. We're gonna have to play it for Lincoln Arneal.
I'm just saying, if I put that on a speaker and I had that behind my door at my house, and somebody knocked on my door and I played that, people would think I have a dog. That's a good bark. That's a solid bark.
Somebody texted and says, guys, that was hilarious. It is awesome if the coaches bark, but peeing on the podium is a no-no. It's a good thing that the Alabama A&M coach is not going to be peeing on the podium, so we're all good there. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll be joined by our good friend Lincoln Arneal of Huskers Illustrated as we break down volleyball. And who knows, we'll probably play him the bark. We have to play Lincoln Arneal the bark. So we'll do that coming up next on the Happy Hour.
Follow Nick and Enrique on Twitter at Nick_Sainert and at Radio Rico AC. More of Happy Hour is next on 90 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm man, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. You need their solutions. Appraisal and Realty.
Imagine a world where no one explains the rules of the game. No discussions of how money works. No game plan for how education supports your future job or career. And certainly no coaching about how to start or run a business. Too many young people leave school without critical skills in financial literacy, work and career readiness, and entrepreneurship reach their potential in life. Junior Achievement is working on leveling the playing field, but we can't do it.
Be a game changer. Visit ja.org/volunteer.
It takes a great game plan to win a football game each week. And right now, it's time to plan a trip to get a new car at Mullen Motors. Just like on on the football field, there's a fence away to Mullen Motors. 48th Street is under construction from Layton all the way to Cornhusker Highway. But the lot at Mullen Motors is full of tons of great vehicles to drive home this fall for the ultimate touchdown. Mullen Motors, still open through road construction at 48th and Walker.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimate tool at empire-fence.com. Estimate. An Empire Fence can provide price and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Warning, this ad will use the F word often, so listen at your own risk. Family fun, fun with friends, freedom from fuel, free Yeti cooler, free truck delivery. Hey, this is Carl from Nebraska Golf Carts and Priced Right Auto, and we have the all-electric Bentelli Fun Carts, and they are blast. We have fun colors, and these street legal cars come with 4 and 6 passenger. Tell us you heard us on the ticket and get a free Yeti cooler with your purchase. Hurry, supply is limited. Check them out, 35 West O in Lincoln or golfcarts.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County areas. Bauer provides quality, affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with the fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Muchachos has been Lincoln's leader for New Mexican barbecue for a few years now, and they've expanded into Omaha. That's right, you can get all your favorites like the pipeline burrito with 3 meat, rice, beans, cake, and crushed chips, or any of their great taco options in Lincoln or Omaha. Plus, they want to give back, as the Malachi Coleman Give-A-Rito, a 2-meat hatchback burrito, gives proceeds to the Fly Like Kai Foundation for the Lincoln foster care community. Stop by Muchachos in Lincoln at 11th and L or in Omaha, 1258 South 13th Street.
It's football season, and that means coaches everywhere are busy making game plans. I'm Matt Knipe with Liberty Law Group. Teams make game plans because no two opponents are the same. At Liberty Law, we understand that no 2 cases are the same. Whether facing a DUI, criminal charge, injured, and it wasn't your fault, tailor our legal game plan to your unique needs. We are relentless trial attorneys serving all of Nebraska. To learn more, go to libertylawnebraska.com. That's libertylawnebraska.com.
Tune to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer and NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Creekat, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401ks. Created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second and benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. Great pay and tuition reimbursement, or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at GrayUS.com. Visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
Put lawn irrigation on automatic. Think Judson Irrigation for worry-free service to Lincoln homeowners and business community. Judson Irrigation will turn on your sprinkler system in the spring, repair or redesign as needed, and turn it off in the fall. For service to orphan sprinklers, remember Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 40420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFX weather. Brought to you with air conditioning, heating, electrical, and plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today will be another very pleasant day. We'll see and an afternoon high of around 81. Tonight we'll see mostly clear skies and a low around 55. And tomorrow more of the same, mostly sunny skies. High temperature again around 81. Meteorologist Kyle 3.7 and the ticket FM.com.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert.
I bombed last night.
And Enrique Alvarez.
I literally vomited. I threw up.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick and Rico with you guys as usual. Now we're joined by our good friend Lincoln Arneal of Huskers Illustrated. Lincoln, this is going to be the last time that you're in this studio.
Yeah, so many memories. So many,
it has been
pleasant trips across down to 48th Street. I'm welling up with emotion right now.
Is the downtown location going to be more convenient?
Oh yes, for sure.
There you go.
For
Perfect.
Sure.
That's what we want to hear.
That's what we were wondering. I wasn't sure. I was like, is it going to be easier for him or more difficult?
I live in the single-digit street numbers, so
there it is. Yeah, much easier than the 48th and the 330 North 48th Street.
I'm still I didn't I told you before. Didn't think I'd get emotional. Well,
are you getting emotional?
A little bit.
It's gonna be.
I've been here for like 6 years.
Well, and so I've been here for about 4, a little over 3. You and I, or excuse me, it's gonna be for me like the last time I walk out and last time I drive away, I'm like, be like, dang, I'm not gonna have any other reason to come over here now. You know, but nonetheless, yeah, exactly. We're excited. We're excited for
love Red Walmart.
for 11th and 0. It's a good thing that now you just have to live by the one like I do on South 40th.
No,
where it's 40th and Yankee Hill. You just roll out there. It's right across the street.
I like my neighborhood. I like where I live.
There you go. Okay, so Lincoln, before we really dive into the nuts and bolts of the match last night and just Nebraska volleyball with their 8-0 start here, we have to play this for you. This is a clip from an Alabama A&M coach for football.
Okay.
And he was talking about his team and if they're prepared and ready for this upcoming game as they start conference play. They go on the road to play Southern this weekend. While you're listening to this, we'll play it twice.
Yep.
While you're listening to this, I want to know what volleyball coach is most likely to do what the Alabama A&M coach did in this press conference. So then this question comes to you. Is what coach for Husker volleyball is most likely to bark in a press conference?
Oh, we're just in Husker. Oh, this is Jalen.
Okay, Jalen Reyes.
Kind of what I was
there
thinking.
You go.
Yeah. John's not.
No.
I mean, yeah.
I think Kelly Hunter's more on the John Cook side of things.
Do you think Jordan, when she joins?
No,
you don't think
Jalen's the one that brings the energy. I can see a couple of the grad managers doing it, but Jalen of the assistant coaches. So,
okay,
yeah.
I could see Jordan doing it after like a big, something happened or a big win. If the players are just like we dogs or something, I could see her doing it. I could see her just one more time.
It's that first one that the volume increases.
Well, it's funny.
That's what I said. I said if I'm there, I'm jumping. I'm like,
yeah, no. Somebody on our text line, it was, let's see, where is it? Nate in Dorchester said the primary bark it's good, but the secondary nip makes it absolute gold. So thinking about it that way, yes. Definitely is funny. Somebody says one time Bo Pelini barked at me, so. we have personal experiences.
There it is. I could see Bo
with this half-hour interview right there.
Yeah, honestly. All right. So once again, we're hanging out with Lincoln Arneal of Huskers Illustrated. Talk about last night's match. Some of the serving was a little sloppy, but Nebraska's defense ultimately stands strong, and they beat Stanford number 5 in 4 sets on the road.
Yeah, I mean, I think. Yes, the serving was sloppy, but I think overall it was a little bit aggressive. I mean, you saw Harper Murray get a couple that trickled over the tape, but that's a big win. That's a kind of a program and a season defining, puts them on the right path, really elevates the conversation they're in. And I mean, the national championship discussion, including Nebraska in that now. They kind of have that first big win to put them on the right path.
That like you just said, it was the biggest win of their season so far this odd, showing that they have what it takes to go on the road and beat a top 5 team. I know that they beat Creighton earlier, but that was a Creighton team that wasn't at full strength. the Stanford team was at full strength, and you could see that third set, they really started kind of getting into a little bit of a rhythm. Their two best players started doing things. How much does it say about this young squad that they're able to withstand that third set and Stanford finally getting into things and figuring things out and take that set from them?
I mean, not only did they played well, but this is an experienced Stanford team. I mean, Kendall Kipp's a fifth-year player. Miner's been there for 3 years too. And I mean, they just have so much experience that this is the same team that they've had for essentially 3 years. So for Nebraska to come in with all of their inexperience, they've been together for 8-9 months now. It just really shows the talent level on this team and what they're capable of, and even just a glimpse of what they're capable of, because they're still building, they're still improving, making strides. So that was really impressive. I had some doubts going into this whether or not, because Stanford's played a tough schedule and they obliterated Texas in Austin. So it's something they should be proud of and really kind of prove what they're capable of.
Now, that was like part of the magnitude of last night, is that Nebraska has this opportunity on a national stage on ESPN to really showcase, that they're a team, that is worth talking about when you're discussing the national championship and their potential, despite being young. And it was funny. I thought the mid-game interview, John Cook, was interesting and pretty cool, where he's like, they asked him about, hey, do you guys mention them? Like, do you guys realize that? And he's just like, no, we don't want to tell them they're young.
He did not want to do that.
He did not. No. And so one of the young players, though, Harper Murray, was fantastic last night. Her stat line, but now, as you said, she always is. But now the entire country got open their eyes to how exceptional she is with her stat. I think 12 kills was it. She had those 3 service aces, and then she also had just
3 or 4 blocks.
Yeah, 4 blocks, I believe. I mean, she was incredible.
Yeah, I mean, she really kind of showed what she's capable of, why she was the #1 recruit, and looked calm and composed out there too. Never looked like she was nervous. Never looked like she okay, I need to come through and really deliver and step up. So that was really great to see. But one thing, Nebraska, I think I talked to Lindsey Krause earlier this year. I mean, they've pushed back on the narrative. Yes, they're young at the collegiate level, but I think they added up at 137 with the years they said they have combined volleyball experience.
Wow.
I mean, yes, they've only been playing college for 1, 2, or 3 years, but they've been playing volleyball since they were 8-9 years old. So they have the reps, but just not on this level.
And also on the international stage. There's so much international experience on this team.
Yeah.
I mean, Bergen Riley played with the senior national team for a time this summer. So this team, I know a lot of Nebraska volleyball teams have been very animated, and just teams in general around volleyball are very animated. But I saw Emily Eamon tweet something out about how much she loves how animated and excited this team gets at every big play. Is that something that you've noticed with this team, that there's another level of excitedness with, every block, every kill with this team?
Oh yes, it's the personalities of this team. I mean, yes, they want to do well. They want to perform at a high level too, but they enjoy what they're doing too. I mean, when you have characters like Becca Atlick or Lainey Choboy who live and die with each point, that really kind of elevates everyone else. Like, oh, they're having fun, I want to have fun too. But it helps to have those calm people out there, the Bergen Rileys, the Lexi Rodriguez, who know what they're about and kind of can even things out in between points too, but hey, we're doing something pretty cool here. This is fun. Let's enjoy the moment too. So it's good to have that balance and those ringleaders and those emotional leaders as well too.
Now, something that John Cook has said multiple times is especially last year, is how much he likes setting the middles, getting the middle set up for kills. Have you noticed in these last couple of weeks, Becca Atlick's offense has kind of slowly gotten better from the beginning of the season, where she struggled really offensively? Her defense, another level. Like, she 8 blocks last night, a career high for her. And then Andy Jackson, from the start of the season, where we all knew she was a great athlete, but she still needed to figure a couple of things out. It looks like she's starting to figure things out. Those two middles, how important is it that those two maybe not continue at the current level that they're at, because they're playing extremely well, but just stay consistently just solid volleyball?
Yeah, that's going to be the key coming forward, because now other teams have what they can do on tape and can game plan for it and look for any tells or any kind of foreshadowing they may see to anticipate that ball being sent in the middle. But it's just the pure athleticism they have. They're so explosive. That's both what Alec and Jackson can do. Is sure, it's one thing to okay, Jackson's going to get this on the slide, but to match her speed and get the block out there in time to slow her down is just not a lot of people are able to do that. So that's one thing that hopefully they can continue that for Nebraska's sake of using that athleticism and explosiveness to really kind of set up those plays that lead to easy kills and to bounce balls.
Okay, so Nebraska, I believe they have Kentucky on Sunday, who's a top 25 team in the country, and then they kind of really go into conference play the rest of the way out. If you're an opponent and you're kind of trying to scout Nebraska here, how do you slow them down? And I say slow them down because you're not stopping Nebraska, but if you are Kentucky, or I believe they start out with Ohio State and Minnesota and Purdue in some order, if you're one of those teams, where do you, when you're scouting Nebraska, where do you look to try to maybe find a weakness?
I think you try to do what maybe Stanford tried to do, serve really aggressive too. You saw a little bit more. This is the first time the teams really went out, Laney Choboy, and really kind of forced those to touch to be sloppy, force Bergen Riley to run around a little bit more and get their system out of get their offense out of system. So I think that's one thing that teams can do. But it's tough to match Nebraska's physicality. So that's what other opponents may struggle with too. So what they have to do is like, I'm thinking specifically like Purdue run a quick offense too. They don't have big players to run a speedier offense, or like Minnesota with Taylor Landfair just has to get up and swing fearlessly too. So it's relying on that, but it's getting Nebraska out of their system too. But as what I was impressed with how well Bergen Riley really forced the set and didn't kind of settle for bump passes too. So serving, it starts with the serve, and I think teams are going to serve tough. That's the best route to get Nebraska out of system.
Well, and I guess on top of that, speaking of Bergen Riley here, right? Because there was a lot made of the conversation at setter, prior season and early on. And I mean, you and Rico said it right out of the gate. Bergen Riley's like the one. Have you noticed any growing pains with her throughout these first couple of weeks, where it maybe just not being on the perfectly on the same page? Because Nebraska fans were so accustomed to Nicklin Hames over the last few years. Are you starting to see growing pains, or is she just another one out there?
I don't know if I've seen any growing pains. I've seen growth from her.
Yeah.
So I've seen what we saw early on. One of my favorite plays is, I think the pass maybe not on set, and they're running a quick to the middle. Well, she'll do even just a quick back set to the middle, who's running that a attack, and it's really impressive to see that kind of you see the timing and the chemistry develop with her outside hitters. And the other thing we're seeing develop is the trust she has with her hitters. If she gives them a bad set, maybe leads them into a block, she'll go right back to them, give them another chance, another better opportunity to terminate the ball. And I don't know if I've seen any growing pain. I mean, the one pain point I will say is her defense is not as far along as Nicklin Hames was. I mean, she'll shank a few balls in the back row when she's back there, but that's the one maybe growing pain I've seen. But as running an offense, I have not seen anything from that from her.
The person that I've been, I don't know, but I've most impressed, but very impressed with is, the transfer, Merritt Beeson, coming in from Florida at the beginning of the season. I mean, in the exhibition they had with Wichita State out in Central City, didn't play the best game. She was kind of off, hitting all over the place. I think she had a negative hitting percentage in that one at the end. As the season has started and as the season has gone on, you've seen Bergen Riley go to her a lot more, and you've seen her improve her hitting percentage, get a lot more comfortable with those sets from Bergen Riley. How important is it that Merritt Beeson be, she is a captain, but be that leader and be that possible go-to at a point where maybe Nebraska needs to stop a run and they can go to her and have her shut things down?
Yeah, I think she's one of the main options. I thought you were asking me about her hairstyle, so I was getting very nervous about where we were
going. No power pony talk. Not this time. No power pony talk.
But I think that it's important to have her, because not only can she terminate out of the right pin where she's most comfortable, but she's also out of the back row too, and gives it just another option too to keep teams honest, and to keep their defense guessing where the ball's going to go. So that's what they need, and I think they have not only from her, but Harper Murray is also another one too, who, if Nebraska needs to get a side out, they need to end a run, have options to go to them too. But Merritt is, we've seen the last couple of weeks too, she's really kind of adjust her approach to the net, has really helped her elevate her game too. So it's important, because you need to have that terminal kill. You think about the teams that have won national championships, Logan Eggleston last year for Texas too, and some of the other, Dana Redkey from Wisconsin, and just some of the big hitters they have. Every national title team has that one player where if you need a kill, you can go to them. So if Merritt and maybe Harper it's a lot to ask of a freshman, can step up to that role. That's going to be key come as we get down later the calendar.
I don't know if you noticed it, but I know it wasn't every time, but it seemed almost it would happen about 5 times. Kendall Kipp would get a kill where they'd be on a run, right? And the next kill would come from Andy Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that's, if that's by design or if that's just the fact that the slide is working so well for how athletic she is. But it was just something I noticed about 4 or 5 times where Stanford would go on a run, about a 4-point run. The next kill for Nebraska, Andy Jackson on slide.
Yeah. That's the kind of let's get downstairs, but it's also a sign that they finally got a good pass, and that may be what led to that run of Stanford is that they were not handling the serve very well or shanking or just kind of out of system. But if you get a good pass to Bergen there, that you can give that slide to Andy Jackson. More often than not, that's going to be a kill. So if you can get that play going, that's going to be a run ender.
I mean, we have this, and I'm usually the one to ask it every time you come in or you're on the phone, that we discuss the competitiveness within the team. Some players are not going to get playing time and some players are not going to see the floor. And one of those players last night was Allie Batenhorst. She wasn't out there and she's obviously been limited, and we haven't seen much of Hayden Kubik. We haven't seen much of Maggie Mendelson. Like, what's the future look like for some of those players and their status? No, I'm not trying to say like, what do you know about them? But I mean, it's in nowadays in collegiate athletics, that's a conversation because we're top level recruits that I had a spot on Nebraska's roster and on the floor, and they still may play a role, but just not as big as maybe they were previously.
Yeah. My response to that is this is week 4 of 14. Yeah. There's a long season ahead. Things happen. Injuries, unfortunately, are part of the game. Sometimes there's, I don't know how close they are in practice. There may be just a minuscule amount of difference that if it flips, it causes the coaches to change and go with a different lineup too. So, I mean, that was the thing we saw last weekend, Allie Batenhorst she came in that third set against Long Beach State and had 6 kills on 8 swings. So I wonder sometimes how hard it is to keep those players when they have such great performances in such a small window that they make the most of them. Well, when are we going to see them next too? So it's a struggle. And that's our thing with volleyball too, is that you can't really ever take your foot off the gas pedal. You have to keep going and going and going, because just like you almost saw last night with Stanford wins that third set. Okay. And then they're competitive in the fourth, and oh no, you go to a 5th set and a 5th set sprint and a toss up. So it doesn't take much to change it. So you try to get as much playing time, and Cook's been very good about that. Mendelson's got in a couple sets. Batenhorst has gotten a couple sets too. So, and there's a new role for Kennedy Orr. I mean, there's another opportunity. We didn't think that we were going to see her much at all this season too, but she stepped up in practice, started serving well. So that gives her to create a new role on the team.
It's not to call another player out, but it seems as if Kennedy Orr took that serving specialist role away from Maisie Boziger. So that's, another player that might, but neither here nor there. Again, it's a long season. I had this question and you mentioned that in the 4th set, that play by Lainey Choboy, Lexi Rodriguez, and then the overpass kill by Harper. You said on Twitter that you think this is the play that saved the match.
Yes.
Why?
Because that was, look at my notes here. So it was 18-15. And it started off, Becca Alec got stuffed is what started that off. I mean, if they get that block, it's 18-16. I mean, a 2-point game at that point, I mean, could go either way at the late stages. And you saw the last set previously, it was 17-16, and Stanford went on that 9-2 run to close it out. So, but to get that hustle, that dig in there, that kept Nebraska alive. And I think even Coach Cook said, I think it shocked Stanford a little bit too. Like, they don't quit. I mean, we have to try extra hard to be able to find the floor too. So, I mean, it's just an incredible hustle play, not only by Laney to start, then Lexi got the pop up, Bergen sends it over, just an ordinary, nothing special. And I think Stanford is like, I tried to watch again too, to see if any of them will like put the hands up to start. So yeah, we got a point. But there was maybe a halfway arm up until they realized, oh no, the ball's still going. It's still going. So and then the presence of mind of Harper Murray to be there. I think Becca Ackle was standing right next to her. She probably was licking her chops to get that overpass too. But for Harper to go up and Kami Minor, the Stanford setter, who's not as big as she's on the short team, and she hit it kind of into her arm, so it went down her arms, and just to be able to be smart, knowing that a single blocker was there, reading where that was, and be able to use it to her advantage. Just a smart play by everyone involved, a lot of hustle. And I think it really kind of change the momentum, and you saw Nebraska then rode out the momentum. Those
And
next
somehow,
couple points,
and somehow was only number 5 on the Sports Center top 10.
It's crazy,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
The 2 plays after that, it should have been over them, but it's whatever.
Hey,
I'm not
was
upset.
PCA involved in one of those Sports Center top plays?
His was number 3, I think. Stay. That was a really good catch.
Good.
But it was like one like over the shoulder, just like regular. It was a cool over the shoulder catch, but no, that's not.
It was one of his second Major League Baseball game ever.
Yeah, no, not his. It was a different one. It was ridiculous. I was upset by it. Kentucky coming into town. What do we have to look for?
Kentucky they've had an interesting year so far. I mean, they're 2-4 right now, and they play number 2 Louisville tonight in Louisville too. Another match on ESPN2. So unless things change dramatically, they could be 2-5. And I was even wondering even before this week began if they'd be still ranked to break up Nebraska's run of 5 ranked opponents. So they won the national title. It's been 2 years ago, but they are a very different team. Reagan Rutherford is still kind of left over from that bunch. I think it's Megan Teelers as well as with that team, but look very different than the team that won the national title. Madison Lily's gone. Avery Skinner's not there. Neither of the Skinners are there anymore. So, but it's a Craig Skinner, no relation. Skinner coach team, so they're going to come in, play hard, play some good defense. But I think again, this is another chance for Nebraska to prove itself against a higher quality opponent to set up for conference.
There he is. That's Lincoln Arneal, Huskers Illustrated. Appreciate him as always for coming in and hanging out with us. Next time you come in, it's going to be in the new studio, so we're excited to have you down there.
Bring a house warming present, I guess.
That'd be perfect with us. But once again, Nebraska plays and hosts Kentucky on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. if I remember correctly. And you'll be able to watch that one on BTN on the Big Ten Network. So once again, thanks to Lincoln Arneal for all of his insight on Husker volleyball after their big win last night against the 5th-ranked Stanford Cardinal on the road. They beat Stanford for the first time on the road at Stanford in their program history, and the first time since 2008. They finally got revenge for that, for the times that Stanford swept them at the Bob, and then also in the national title game as well a couple years ago.
For hairdryer gate.
Yeah, exactly. Hairdryer gates. There you go. When we come back, we'll bring in Strick and Austin for the crossover and get you ready for On the Block on 93.7 The Ticket.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, your work, even through the winter. Bauer. Usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know the new Honda is going really good Honda of Lincoln, and with that, a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in. Can you tell our listeners about your pre-owned selection?
I'm happy to, Charlie. Like you said, with new Honda sales going very good, we have a lot of fresh trade-ins coming in daily, and not just Hondas. We have just about every maker model you can imagine, with over 100 pre-owned and certified pre-owned to choose from, and prices starting at just $5,900.
Wow, what about financing?
We have financing as low as 3.29% APR on certified ERV.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply, pavers and boulders, which are an accent for any backyard landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Corner. GE Landscape supplies to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info, or call 402-467-1627. Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Looking for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and they're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The Electrical Workers Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Warning, this ad will use the F word often, so listen at your own risk. Family fun, fun with friends, freedom from fuel, free Yeti cooler, driveway delivery. Hey, this is Carl from Nebraska Golf Carts and Priced Right Auto, and we have the all-electric Bentelli Fun Carts. And they are our black fun colors, and these street legal cars come in both 4 and 6 passenger. Tell us you heard us on the ticket and get free Yeti cooler with your purchase. Hurry, supply is limited. Check them out at 1235 West O in Lincoln or NebraskaGolfCarts.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at EmpireFence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit Empire-Fence.com now to hear the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
It's football season, and that means coaches everywhere are busy making game plans. I'm Matt Knipe with Liberty Law Group. Teams make game plans because no two opponents are the same. At Liberty Law, we understand that no two cases are the same. Whether facing a DUI, criminal charge, or you were injured and it wasn't your fault, we tailor our legal game plan to meet your unique needs. We are relentless trial attorneys serving all of Nebraska. To learn more, go to libertylawnebraska.com. That's libertylawnebraska.com.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gyms. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on innovation and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. Join us at this year's Ignite Lincoln 15 at Rococo Theater on Thursday, September 14th for an inspiring night of stories that spark change. Get your tickets at ignitelincoln.org to be a part of something extraordinary.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from Hall of Famer, year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Creekat, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and thefm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert. This is a house of learned doctors. And Enrique Alvarez Clary. Shut up and punch you square in the face. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in one final time. Huge shout out and thank you, Lincoln Arneal, for hanging this last segment. Really good stuff on Husker volleyball as they defeated Stanford. They look good, dude. They did. So, the energy levels. Woo!
A very excitable team.
Number 4, Nebraska defeats number 5, Stanford in 4 sets.
That's got to get them a first place vote.
Yeah, I think first place vote also just firmly in the national championship conversation. I think there were some doubts with how young they are with no seniors, but that does not matter. So
no, they're very good.
And so once again, thanks to Lincoln for hanging out with us, and he'll definitely be hanging out with us sometimes in the new studio here going forward. Gentlemen, what's up?
It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighborhood.
Would you be mine?
Would you be mine?
What is Mr. Rogers doing right
Mr.
now?
Rogers is probably in
Is he
the
still
closet
alive?
somewhere. I don't even know. I think he might have passed.
Oh
Look it up.
no! No way!
I didn't want to say it, but I thought that was the case.
Yeah,
too.
I know that there was like somebody that was. part of
Oh,
the show.
whoa! He died a long time ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
2003.
I didn't know it was that long.
Yeah.
What's
Same.
Mr. Rogers doing? Yeah, he's not doing.
Not
Fred
No.
Fred McPhee.
It's kind of
Mr.
laying there.
Mr. Rogers is now Weekend at Bernie's,
he's
so he's
coaching.
still
Whoa,
here.
Don't.
But they're just
Don't.
Weekend at Bernie's. What? It's a great movie. Weekend at Bernie's is one of the classics of all time.
That's freaky.
If you haven't seen Weekend at Bernie's, shout
Fred-
out to the.
Never seen
Of course you haven't. Austin has never had it. Ever seen anything. But shout out to the text line 402-464-5685. You know, hell yeah, wave something if you've seen Weekend at Bernie's. That's a classic movie, bro.
Fred
I don't
Fred
know if they
Rogers.
wave, I don't care.
You told me to wave. So.
Fred McFeely Rogers was born March 20th, 1928, and died February 27th, 2003.
Yeah.
Huh. He was a staple
Man.
in my household.
No question.
How did I not know that? How
He's
did I
been
not
gone
know
He'd
that?
always
that
go to the
long?
closet, open the
He's been
closet,
gone
grab
20
the
years
sweater,
now.
change
20 years ago.
The
his
puppets
shoes.
were dancing in the background.
Mr.
Man,
Rogers. That's
he
the
would
man.
always they'd bring him in on the. He'd be outside. He would walk inside, walk down the stairs, and sit on the
Won't you
chair.
calmly.
My neighbor.
Oh my gosh,
He was very Tom Osborne
yeah.
in his demeanor,
Or
right?
was Tom Osborne very Fred Rogers?
Mm.
Which way does that
Right.
compare?
Because he's
Yeah.
older.
Which-
Because
which
he's
way?
older.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, just very calm,
Yeah.
cool. You know, just
You know who's not
knows about
calm,
his time.
cool, and collected?
Rico.
Oh, it's muted.
Yes. Yes. Nice
What
try.
is that?
Rico.
Yeah, here we are. Just
Yeah.
who's not calm, cool, and collected?
Me.
Who is that?
That, my friend, is Connell Maynor, the Alabama A&M head coach.
Oh wow, he's ready.
He is.
Who let the
He's the
dogs
new Randy
out?
Bennett.
Wait, pause.
Am I?
That sounded
Pause.
like a Chihuahua, bro. Like that didn't
No,
sound
that's
like
a solid
that
bark.
did
How
not
dare
sound
you?
like a Rottweiler. No,
You know,
Yeah,
it was completely safe. It was the same.
No, I was struck on
That's
this
not
one.
a Chihuahua.
me.
What kind of thick Chihuahua are you listening to?
or like a
I think
pug
it's
or
not a
something. Yeah, it
but
sounded
it's
like
not
a They didn't sound like no Rottweiler. That's a Rottweiler.
I hope our guests are just
One more
hanging
time.
out
One more
outside.
time.
Come on.
That's bass. You have some bass.
Or gravel in it.
Yeah, something little back in the. Yeah, that's real talk. You know what it is. Stop playing. You know what dogs do. If you a dog, you know what it is. See, that's why you a Chihuahua. That's why.
Jamal Williams, we got some dogs, man. Don't let these tears fool you, man. It's all dog up in this mug.
When you a Chihuahua, that's you know Chihuahua talk. You know what I'm saying? When you're a Yorkie, you know Yorkie talk.
Look, man, I seen a Chihuahua beat the brakes off a pit bull, so you better watch out.
That was cap.
Well, ankle biter. Nonetheless,
you need your ankles. Ask Aaron Rodgers.
Come on, man. Too
Wow.
soon. Which, speaking of, I had to remind me to show you a video of the Juice, OJ Simpson. That
We
he
went down a
posted.
rabbit hole this afternoon.
Me and Austin went down this rabbit hole on OJ Simpson's Twitter. Wild.
The man's is
Yeah,
wild.
absolutely wild.
Juice, you did good today.
Nonetheless, he was on a podcast talking
Question.
about. Okay, go ahead. What's up?
Question. OJ Simpson, right?
Oh boy. Yep.
You see him now. We know TSA. We know all of the details about how to deal with the airports. How was OJ Simpson running around the airport just breaking through? Did he break through the
do you
TSA
mean?
line?
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm
He
just
has
saying back
pre-check.
in the day when
He pays a year. Come on, man. Just like the rest of us. The juice is
okay.
loose.
Straight.
The juice is loose.
You really think anybody gonna stop?
I was
I'm just saying. If you look, if you're TSA and OJ's walking through, really gonna say, "Excuse me, sir, you need to wait here."
That's the way I
Juice
look at
back in the
things.
cart.
That's the way I look at him. I look at him from a realistic perspective.
Juice, can you please take your shoes
That's-
off?
And I'm telling
Sir,
you,
we need to remove your shoes.
man over there is not real.
I got
You
yelled
said,
at.
You said, "Don't put my back to the X right now."
I haven't said the story. I got yelled at when I was going through security in Denver on Saturday because I forgot
That
to take my
line was
belt.
long.
See, we avoided that line. Jay had pre-check. I did not.
What?
Pre-check? Yeah, it
but
was
he
crazy.
can't get an upgrade at a hotel.
Jay also flew first class. Jay also flew first class.
I had clear and check, and the line was still around the ball.
Really? So anyway,
pre-check, first class, and he still only
and
had one bed.
he still had 2 queen beds. Still had 2 queen beds. I did not. I had 1 king, 3 rooms.
Yeah, one door to his bathroom, huh?
Yep, just 1 door to his bathroom. He didn't have a sofa in his room, but no, nonetheless. Gentlemen, what's coming up on the show today?
We got to talk volleyball. We're going to do it. We'll have Evan Bland on to talk some Husker football, maybe a little fall ball update for the baseball team as well. And I haven't done a whole lot of looking around the Big Ten in terms of football. So I'm going to go through the conference, go through the divisions, take a look at that. We'll do that. And the NBA defined what a star player is.
Oh,
yeah, they have new rules with their rest guidelines coming out. So you can't, rest a certain number of stars. So
Michael Jordan played 82 games.
So we're going to get into that. The NBA's definition of a star, who actually wants the rest.
How many
and more.
feelings are going to be hurt?
No better person to hear it from than the NBA player himself.
Hence,
there he is.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Ja Wick.
There you go. So once again, thanks again to Lincoln Arneal for hanging out with us. We got 2 days left till we make the big move. We're excited for it. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us the entire show today. Tomorrow, we really dive deep into Nebraska, Northern Illinois. Stick around on the block with Strick and Austin coming up next right here on the ticket.
Adios.
Adios. It takes a great game plan to win a football game each week, and right now, it's time to plan a trip to get a new car at Mullen Motors. Just like on the football field, there's a wall of defense on the way to Mullen Motors. 48th Street is under construction from Layton all the way to Cornhusker Highway. But the lot at Mullen Motors is full of tons of great vehicles to drive home this fall for the ultimate touchdown. Mullen Motors, still open through road construction at 48th and Walker.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
IT projects piling up again. Managing IT can definitely be frustrating. Whether you have an in-house IT or you manage it yourself, let Hamilton be. And then we take the frustration out of your business tech issues with managed IT solutions. We specialize in co-managed and fully managed IT. Does your business need better managed IT? Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey